Regarding the future, the pasuk says that one man will not need anymore to teach his fellow, because everyone will know Hashem, from the small ones until the big ones, which could also mean the young to the old, or people that are small in knowledge, they're young in knowledge, and people that are big in knowledge. Everyone will know Hashem. There'll be no need for one person to ask another person to teach him about Hashem. Now, in this verse, there is an apparent contradiction. From one hand, it says that one will not need to teach his fellow. At the same time, the verse emphasizes that some of them will be smaller in knowledge, they'll have less knowledge, and others will be gdolim, great in knowledge, steeped in wisdom. So if one is more steeped in wisdom, wouldn't he have something to offer someone who is not as smart as him? So will we need to, if there's going to be people that are smarter and have more wisdom and people that are not so advanced in wisdom, so wouldn't there be a need for people that are smarter to teach people that are less smart? What does the pasuk mean that one will not have to teach his fellow? The general point is that when Mashiach will come, Hashem's godliness, Hashem's essence will be revealed. The awareness of godliness will not be something that a person will need to learn about in school, learn about from his father or mother. He'll feel it instinctively. Naturally, he will feel godliness, he will see godliness, and he will be able to appreciate it right away. Nevertheless, even when someone sees something and he's very aware of some of his surroundings, he's very aware of a revelation that's taking place in front of him, there are different levels how much a person could internalize that. So while everyone will be aware of godliness in the most natural, instinctive way, nevertheless, the intellectual understanding, the internalization of what exactly this means and exactly how deep it penetrates the person, regarding that will be different levels. Will be greater and smaller. So when it comes to the God's essence, will be revealed for all. When it comes to understanding, to internalizing godliness in an internal way, there will still be room for people that are greater to teach people that are smaller. And this is also one of the functions of Mashiach. We'll have great leaders when Mashiach will come. There'll be great Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe will once again teach us Torah, the Medrash says. Other great sages will teach us Torah. The Tapur of Mashiach himself will teach much greater levels of God's wisdom, of the Torah, more than Moshe will. So the question is, if Hashem will be revealed, why will we need Mashiach to teach us Torah? We will see godliness in the open way. And the answer is that everyone will instinctively be aware and see godliness, but regarding the levels of internalization, to comprehend the revelation, for that will be a need for Mashiach to come and teach us and help us internalize the meaning of what we are seeing. There's another point that Rambam writes, and the Rambam describes the flood of knowledge in the future. The Rambam writes that in the days of Mashiach, tirba hadeya v'achachma v'ha'emes, knowledge, wisdom, and truth will become increase. And the word tirba, increase, doesn't just mean increase a little bit, it means the world will be flooded with these qualities. One interpretation of what the Rambam is trying to say with these three distinct qualities is that when someone today, we are sometimes feel difficult to comprehend various ideas, various concepts, and there are three main reasons why we have that issue. One is because our intellectual capacity is very short, it's very small. We're not able, it's very hard for us to rack our brains, to really concentrate, to get to it. Another cause is a person's natural disposition. In other words, if a person's character traits are unrefined, so he's not responsive, he's not sensitive to spiritual ideas. As such, as much as intellect that he might have, but his internalization, his reception, his connection with ideas that are beyond his grasp could be severely limited, could sometimes completely flawed, because intellect itself, as advanced as it might be, is not the beginning and end of everything. In order to understand sensitive, refined concepts, a person has to have refined character traits. The third thing is there are certain levels that are certain ideas, certain levels of spirituality and godliness and the divine, that it's not just that our intellect is too small to comprehend it. It's not just that we're not spiritually refined to be sensitive to it, but these levels are essentially beyond human grasp. They're essentially beyond human comprehension. They could only be revealed, that we could only have a connection to through a revelation from above. So when Mashiach will come, all these three things will change. First of all, our intellectual capacities will be on a much higher level. We will have then our intellectual capacities will be sharpened greatly. Our character traits will be completely refined, so we will be receptive to divine, to spiritual, to godly ideas. And also from the perspective of godliness, from the divine, godliness will be revealed in an open way, so even those concepts that a person cannot achieve on his own, with his own intellect, with his own refined character traits, nevertheless will be able to comprehend them due to the revelation of godliness. So Hashem should help that we should all merit this revelation. We should merit to comprehend godliness. Obviously, the way to prepare for it is through learning and trying to comprehend as much as we can. Now, particularly now in the later generations, where the secrets of Kabbalah and Chassidus have become revealed for the masses, and we all have the ability to try to understand. They were given to us in a way that they're explained, in a way that even human intellect could try to comprehend them. And by learning about this and comprehending it, we will definitely merit very speedily the time when we will be able to learn, so to say, ourselves. We will automatically see godliness. We will feel it. It won't have to be explained to us. It happens speedily in our days. Amen.